Skibbity bop dop, yo, what's up, fam? It's your Sigma King here, and today we're doing a total GAT breakdown of RIP routing protocol, Ohio style. You already know the vibes. OSPF was lit in the last vid, so we are running back with a similar GigaChad setup. We got three Skibbity locations. This one, Mumbai. This one, London. And the ultimate boss level, Bihar. These places are flexing their own networks like it's nothing. Like you can see 192.168.0.0, 192.168.2.0, and Bihar is flex maxing with 192.168.1.0. You could say they're out here slaying. See these red lines? That's RIP holding it down with some NPC serial connections. RIP is like, yo, routers, how many max hops you got? And routers like, max 16, no cap. Anything past that, and boom, your packet's ghosting like it's trapped in Ohio.
Down in Ohio, swag like Ohio, down in Ohio.
RIP is the Sigma move of routing. Always checking in every 30 seconds, like, hey yo, routing table updated. Sending it to the squad. Let's go. And yeah, we got some big brain anti-loop tech like split horizon, root poisoning, and hold on. But honestly, I'm not trying to fry your brain cells with that. Google it if you're feeling like a skibbity intellectual. Alright, fam, let's hit up Cisco Packet Tracer and slap that RIP in. What's up, guys? I hope you enjoyed the intro this time. Right, so like I mentioned in the intro, we are doing RIP today. So I'll just quickly whip out three routers. So I'm using the generic router PT just because it has the serial ports. We have three routers which we are going to use for the three different locations, Mumbai, London, and Bihar. And also we need three routers because take any routing protocol. If there is only two, then it just doesn't make sense, right? Because then the shortest path is the only path that exists. So if only two of these are here, तो उनके बीच का जो सबसे छोटा पाथ है वो एक ही है और एक्चुअल में भी एक ही पाथ एग्जिस्ट करता है सो अगेन लाइक सेंस नहीं बनता फिर राउटिंग प्रोटोकॉल इंप्लीमेंट करने का एनीवेज सो तीन हो गए I'll just quickly use the label to just define all of their networks. So this one is going to be 192.168.0.0. Then this one is going to be 192.168.1.0. This one is going to be 192.168.2.0. And then in routers के बीच में भी there is going to be networks on which the serial lines will be connected. So let's just define those as well. So 10.10.0.0.0. You can take any IP address. I'm just familiar with these, so I'll be taking these. Moving forward, now we'll just set up all the end devices. So I'll just take two over here, one PC, one laptop. Over here, we'll just put one PC. In Bihar, in London, we'll put one PC. I think I've put a laptop in the intro one, but that's fine. Doesn't really matter. And we'll put two devices, wireless devices over here as well, just so that I can show you and demonstrate you how do you actually even set up wireless devices over here. Then we'll go to switches because every connection needs a switch. Take any switch, doesn't really matter as such, as long as it's like a layer 2 switch. Also, since we are doing wireless devices, we need an access point. So I'm using this access point PT. So this is like a device का setup तो अभी हो गया. हाँ और ये automatically connect हो जाते हैं. उसके बाद you do have to still configure them, but ऐसा wires से connect नहीं करना पड़ता obviously because it's wireless. We'll just do some basic setup over here. Like I'll first connect all the routers, let's just say to the switches, do this. Also, you need to connect the access point to the switch. You can't directly connect it to the router. So see, so this is how you are supposed to connect the switch and the access point. उसके बाद तो it's pretty simple. You just connect all the other devices like you do normally. All right. Now we'll start and link. We'll like basically link the serial ports. So I'm using the serial DCE cable and we'll do fast Ethernet. Okay, my bad. It's connected to the serial port. So serial 2 and serial 2. Then serial 3 cell connect over here to serial 3. इसका serial 3 cell connect here to the serial 2. Also, like I've mentioned previously in the video as well, if you just hover over this now, so you see the ports which are इधर 3 से connected to the 3 दिखता है, इधर 2 से तो वो दिखता है. And now we'll go to like अभी सब सारे के ports configure करने हैं सारे networks के. So this is fast access Ethernet, fast Ethernet 0 port पे. I'll go in configuration, fast Ethernet 0, paste this and put a 1 over here because again 0 तो network का IP address है. Now this is done. Also RIP में now you go and you paste this IP address over here. So now this is added. Abhi remember this is 192.168.0.1 the router PT. So abhi in सबको you have to give IP addresses after 0.1 k. So I mean you can give any IP address till like 255 or 254 actually. So I'll just give this as I'll normally देता हूँ ऐसा कुछ nothing crazy and hold up, yeah. So in config you have to go fast Ethernet में and I'll do 3 over here. Also over here you have to use the put the default gateway. I've explained a bit on default gateways in the previous video. You can watch that if you want an explanation, a much better one. Or just Google it. It's pretty simple. Same thing over here in settings. You go and configure the gateway. Do that so that like जब इधर से पैकेट भेजोगे ना इधर तो वो एक्चुअली लिंक हो पाएगा कि द मशीन विल बी लाइक ओके इधर से पैकेट आने वाले इस आईपी एड्रेस से. हाँ सो इसका तो सब सेटअप हो गया. आई विल जस्ट सेंड अ पैकेट इधर से इधर तक एंड इट्स सक्सेसफुल. विल सेंड इट रिवर्स इधर फिर से इट्स सक्सेसफुल. सो बेसिकली इस नेटवर्क का सब कॉन्फ़िगर हो चुका है तो अभी इस वाले नेटवर्क और इस वाले नेटवर्क का भी सेम ही करना है. सो आई विल जस्ट डू दैट क्विकली. Also over here, I'm adding like the IP address for RIP. तो यहाँ पे even if I add like the IP address of this port ना, वो automatically सिर्फ network का IP address लेगा. Because RIP में again you just need the network IP address. So इसीलिए we put the 1.0 because the first like first IP address of a network is उस network के खुद का IP address रहता है वो. This is the last one now. Just port 192.168.2.1. Add this thing so, right, so that now we'll go one by one. इसकी config है 2 dot just doing this 2. Now इसकी settings में gateway 2 dot 1 करना है. Right, अभी we go to the tablet PC. So tablet PC configuration में you have to go to first settings. Settings में यहाँ पे DHCP by default है, so make it static and add the gateway. So gateway is 192.168.2.1, same as ये. And then wireless में you go तो IP configuration static. This should be 3 now. Don't go in 3G 4G cell run. That is when you are using like cell towers and stuff. So you're not supposed to do that for Wi-Fi configurations. Okay. Same thing for this configuration में wireless में static. This should be 4. Yeah. Then settings में 2.1 is the gateway. So let's just check एक बार कि everything is configured ठीक से. Okay, it's failing. That's probably because इधर RIP डाला है. So if it fails, just give it some time to refresh. This should work. Okay. This should also work. Hmm. Right, the gateway, check the gateways. In case it doesn't work, just check these gateways. एक बार wireless का 2.1 है. This is not overlapping. Check over here. 2.4. Gateway is also correct. Ensure एक बार कि yes, it's 2.1. I mean, mostly the thing is that all of this takes a little bit of time. Like, once you put the RIP ka IP address and configure all the gateways, it takes around 5 to 10 seconds for it to get configured in Cisco Packet Tracer. So I'm not too worried about it. Like, yeah, see, now it's successful. So if it happens with you, ki you have just configured the gateways and stuff and it's not happening. Okay, so I've just sort of reset this. I mean, I basically deleted this and added it again, and it's like configuring now. So ये green होने के बाद it will be configured hopefully. The issue is in the access point in itself. It's not in the network. Right, so now the access point is configured. So let's just check. Now it's successful. So I think now this should also be successful. Yeah. So again, for access point, uh, I've done this once before as well, एक बार पहले. So you just have to wait a little longer, and it will happen. Again, this is like a Cisco packet tracer thing. The network configuration is correctly done. So now we'll start configuring the serial ports. So I'll go to serial 2 because इधर मेरा 10.10 वाला is on serial 2. So serial 2 पे I'll put 10.10.0.1, switch this on, and RIP में I'll just go over here and add. This is like a class A IP address, right? सबसे पहले वाले. So इसमें host bits पहले 10 ही रहते हैं. मतलब पहला octet ही host bits का रहता है. So this is only what is taken. Rest all are network bits. So this is correct. ऐसा ही होना चाहिए. If I put 10.10 because the first octet is the only host वाला part. Alright. एक serial connection का हो गया ये वाले. Now we'll do this one. Router 0 से router 2 का. So I'll go to serial 3, put the IP at 20.20.0. I'll say 1, switch this port on. Let's see, just making sure the port is on. Also, यहाँ पे see, and now I just added this. Again, same thing. This is a class A IP address, so वो 20 वाला निकल जाता है. Right, so इस router का पूरा configuration is done. Now we'll move on to this router. We'll go to serial 2. I think this serial 2 is, yeah, this serial 2 is on the 10.10 only. So we'll go to serial 2. We'll put the IP address 10.10.0.2 because 0.1 was this guy, router 0. Then RIP may we'll go and we'll add this IP address, and we'll have to add the 15.15 wala also. So I'll just do it now. I mean, technically it's, yeah, it's going to be 15.0.0. So then we'll go to serial port 3, 15.15.0.1. I've configured this. So see now the clock rate ये वाला and this वाला is synchronized. That's because I'm using a serial DC connection as well. The clock rate for this, I'll just set it इधर. वैसे अगर मैंने इसका configure किया तो वो set हो जाएगा. But still I'm going to set this up. Then यहाँ का serial 2 is this, I think. Okay, this is serial 3. So I'll set up serial 3 first. This is 15.15.0.0.2. Switch this on. Put 15.0.0.0. Add it over here. And we'll go to serial 2, which is 20.20.0.2, and turn this on. So go to RIP and do 20.0.0.0. Add this. Done. So I don't know why this clock rate is not getting set. All right. So this clock rate is also set. Right, and this is the RIP configuration completed. I'm just going to wait for like 5 seconds for all of this configuration to happen on the routers individually. But I'm just going to check. Okay. Also, like if I'm doing router to router ना ये वाला part ये वाला without RIP भी काम करेगा because this is just checking कि serial connections established है या नहीं. So that's not मतलब ये किया और ये work हुआ, so that doesn't mean कि your RIP is working. For RIP to work, you'll have to do something like this, which is working now. See, PC1 to PC2. So our RIP is working finally. Okay, this has failed. Tablet PC wala. So yeah, I'll just check. This was successful. Okay. Now let's do a router to router. ये वाला चल रहा था. I'm just showing you how I troubleshoot in these videos. So यहाँ पे so it's probably some RIP stuff that is missing. Yeah, see यहाँ पे नहीं, this is okay. We just need the adjacent वाले का. Serial 2, serial 1 is all good. Let's check fast Ethernet. Fast Ethernet is also good. Uh, is the gateway? Yeah, so the gateway was wrong over here. See, the gateway is supposed to be this. It was the network address पहले. I think this इसका gateway सही है हाँ. So if I had done इधर से ये वाला, तो see this is successful. So that's the role of the gateway कि gateway नहीं किया ना तो फिर machine को पता नहीं चलता कि where to accept the packet from. That's it for this video guys. If you liked it, press like, subscribe, and see you in the next one.